Cheers, and today's adventure is on the Grandeur of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. I was invited out on this trip, however, they're not paying me for my review, and I was able to give you just my honest feedback about this ship. So we did a little gift exchange. That was my goodie bag that I got. This was our first port day. It was super rainy, so we did not get off the ship. We did get towel animals every night. Here was our elephant. So cute. Good morning from beautiful Roatan, Honduras. Just behind me is the port. Today we are finally going to get off. We missed our port day yesterday. We did dock. We did not get off. It was really bad weather, so we had a nice stay on the ship rainy day, fun day instead. But today the weather is cooperating, so we are getting off. So let's go explore. So here is a picture of the port map. This port is not very big. It's also not the smallest. I don't recommend going upstairs. There's not a lot up there except a restaurant, and the escalator does not work, and that's not a fun climb. The pool looked fun. I highly recommend bringing a swimsuit and getting to hang out. Got the nice hammocks there. They had massage posts set up, and the massage prices were really tempting. So don't be afraid to check that out. And then they had some other fun water rentals that you could partake in as well. All right, so we're wrapping up our time here at the port in Roatan. It's a short walk. I think we did everything in about hour and a half. If you like the pool thing, bring a bathing suit and you can enjoy the pool stuff. That was kind of cool. On to the next adventure. Here is a quick look at the gym on the Grandeur of the Seas. It's a well-equipped gym. It's a fairly decent size considering the ship is 30 years old. I was quite impressed with the size and everything that they had to offer. It looks like just about anything you could possibly want or need to keep up your health and fitness. So here's a picture of the Centrum decked out for Halloween. It was very cute. Had some little photo opportunities. I dressed up as a pirate. So much fun. After dinner, we went outside and could not believe how good the moon looked. So we had to get some pictures. Believe it or not, that is a night shot of the moon. So here we have set anchor in Belize. And I'm just seeing what I can see from the top of the ship. So as you can see, it's not a whole lot, few little scattered islands and the tenders. Good morning from Belize. I'm super excited about this port. I have never been here. Today, the plan is to get off the boat and just do a little self-exploring, at least in the port, possibly go outside the gates. We'll see how we're feeling. Let's get into today. Let's go. I always love tender days when I get the opportunity to see the ship from the tender boats. Lots of fun. The tender ride was about 15 minutes and we had good water. On the way back, we got to see a dolphin. I do always recommend looking out around you when you are doing tenders because there is that opportunity to possibly see some wildlife. And here we are coming into the port. So it is a very small port, lots of cute little photo opportunities and lots of cute little carvings scattered around the port. And then we found these great swings. We sat there for a few minutes. There were lots of t-shirt shops and things of that nature. Not really worth getting off of the ship just to hang out at the port because there, like I said, not a whole lot to the port itself, but it was worth it for our first time, or my first time anyway, and just kind of getting a lay of the land. Next time I will absolutely be booking an excursion. Okay, so we finished up our time here in Belize. We had a great time. We did some port shopping. My friend picked up a few fun little souvenirs to take home. I am decidedly not taking anything home on this trip. Pro tip, I do recommend trying to do some kind of excursion while you are here in Belize. The port itself is not interesting enough or large enough to sustain a full day tour. So keep that in mind on your next trip to Belize. Good morning. We are in Cozumel. As you can see, it is sunny. It is beautiful. Oh, it is so warm today, but not too muggy, so that's kind of nice. Here is our ship, the Grandeur, and check this out. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna move. Look at the Jubilee back here. Is that not a beautiful shot of that big super ship? And then, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. And the port. Let's go see what we can find today. Okay, so something happened to my in clip from Cozumel. The audio just gone. I hate when that happens. Ugh, technology, good and bad all at the same time. So let me do the little closeout from memory. All the things, guys. So with Cozumel, I love the port of Cozumel. The initial port area itself is large and vast, and you can spend a whole day just hanging out at the port. There's lots of shops, lots of bars, lots of restaurants. Be forewarned, they're going to try to sell you stuff. That's their job. That's what they're there to do. I did buy some good souvenirs on that port day. Some, mostly, I didn't buy myself anything, but I did buy some really cool Christmas gifts and a birthday gift. So I was really happy about that. I was able to find those things. Be prepared to negotiate. They're going to start with some really ridiculous, astronomical price to kind of psychologically freak you out and then think that they're giving you a great deal. Case in point, my friend bought a ton of jewelry on the Cozumel day, and she is like the best negotiator ever. Like, she was working her magic, boy. So they will start at, like, saying, for instance, a ring is $1,500. And then they're like, oh no, but for you today, $1,000. And then that's still astronomical. She ended up getting the $1,500 ring for like $250. So just be prepared. It's a whole thing. If you're okay with the price, pay the price. If you're not okay with the price, don't be afraid to haggle them a little bit. You'd be amazed at what they'd say yes to. There was a piece that I was kind of interested in, and I felt like they wanted a little too much for it, and I told them what my price was, and they said no, and we couldn't make an agreement, so I didn't bring it home. You have to be okay with, walking away. So lots of little tequila samplings. They're happily going to give you tequila samplings. A lot of them was giving us like bottles of water. So I really, really enjoy Cozumel as a port as a whole. So that's just my little wrap up from the Cozumel port. So here is the giant birthday cake in all of its glory.
Bash bananas are coming down. If you've got a birthday this crew celebrating today or anything like that, coming down, we've got our photographers down here, because in about 5 or 10 minutes time the party is starting, and then maybe we might launch 1,000 balloons on top of your head. So come on down, your chance to get a photo with our pretty small birthday cake. Come on down. Thank you, DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, you can come on in now and fill over this part of the dance floor. Come on in close. We are here for a birthday party. Who's ready for the party? You're ready to party? DJ, let's go, let's do this. Here we go, clap your hands, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8 to the right, let's go.
This party is rocking. I just love how they decorated everything.
And spring became summer. Everybody ready? Because if you don't do it good, we do it again and we'll be here all night until the balloons are coming down. The captain is watching. So here we go. We're going to sing happy birthday now to everybody on the ship. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. You're ready for some balloons? Let's go. Here we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday!
One quick thing I want to make everybody kind of aware of is that the Centrum does have the heavy kind of cigarette smell. Decks 4, 5, and 6. So because smoking is allowed in the casino, just be aware. So another cruise is coming to an end. Sad face. I don't like on the last cruise day. It's not my favorite day. The first day is my favorite day, which I think most of you would agree. So here's a little summary of cruising on Grandeur of the Seas. Who is the ship for? I would say the ship is for anybody that wants a classic cruise experience. Good food, entertainment, smaller size ship, very solid, original type cruise experience. Who's it not for? I don't highly recommend Grandeur of the Seas for families with small children. They do have kids clubs and club programs. They do have a pool, but if your kid needs more activities, outdoor climbing and slides and a water park, you're not going to find that here. So keep that in mind if you are thinking of booking this ship with families in mind. Now, if you're talking older adults, older children, you're probably fine. I have noticed some teenagers on board. There's some kids behind me now. There are a few kids on board, but it would not be the ship that I would personally recommend to a family with small children or young children. So keep that in mind. We had a pretty good sailing. The weather was a little mixed. This ship is a smaller size ship, so we did at times have a little more movement, and that is always something to kind of keep in mind if you are very sensitive to ship movement, that the smaller the vessel, the more you're going to feel. Also, the location of our cabin was all the way forward. You could not get a cabin more forward than the forward cabin we had. So in our cabin, we had more movement. Luckily, it didn't really bother us. It wasn't a big deal. But for cruisers that are sensitive to motion sickness, might not recommend this ship. I might recommend a larger ship to give you more stability and less feeling of the ocean, because the larger ships offer better stability and less movement. Notes about the stateroom. The shower is very small. So if you close the curtain and the curtain is going to come in on you, you're touching the wall, you're touching the curtain the whole time. Me and my friend we decided to leave the curtain open to shower. It was a little more challenging to not get the whole bathroom wet, but it made for a more comfortable shower experience. That was my biggest complaint about the bathroom. One other thing that we noticed being on that lower deck, we were on deck 3, occasionally we would catch a sewery smell. It didn't last very long and it wasn't the whole trip. It was sporadic throughout the trip. Noise level in our room was okay. So we had slightly different experiences than both me and my friend normally have. So normally you hear the people next to you. This trip in this room, we didn't hear anybody, mainly because no one was walking by our room. We were all the way forward. We did not hear our neighbors next to us, but we did catch a lot of the mechanical noise. So we heard the front thrusters and we heard the anchor, along with some of the banging around of being near the crew areas. So that wasn't horrible. I sleep with earplugs, so something else to consider. The room, however, was super cool, meaning temperature. We had no trouble at all keeping our cabin nice and chilly for sleep, so we really enjoyed and appreciated that. We also really appreciated the comfort of our beds. They already had extra padding on them, and we both slept very well all week. Food for the main dining room was solid. Service is slow. Expect around a 2-hour dinner time, which is, we did the first few nights and then it just got to be too much for us, so we decided to skip it and do the Windjammer. The Windjammer offers multiple varieties of food. It changes lunch and dinner every day. However, they do keep a few of those signature staples that some pickier eaters might need. So there was always cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, and french fries. And they weren't just like processy chicken nuggets. They were actually like little chicken tenders, and they were actually kind of good. So yeah, don't feel like you have to be obligated to that main dining room. The Windjammer is very good, very, very good, very solid. We really enjoyed the soft serve ice cream, which as soon as I'm done talking to you guys, I'm gonna go get one more for the end of this cruise because I love it so. Are you team vanilla, team chocolate, or team swirl? Let me know in the comments below. We won a few trivias, won 4. So proud of us. We didn't have the guys to help us. Me and my friend did it. Yay us! Do you participate in trivia? What's your favorite type of trivia? I am all about, I like general trivia, and I love any of the heavy themed, especially if it's Disney themed. I am all for it. Other things to note, the birthday bash. So the birthday bash was really cute. They did a whole thing, and I showed some video prior. It was later in the evening, so was the Halloween thing. Our experience is that for our sailing, only about 15, 20 people, including ourselves, actually dressed up for the Halloween. So it's apparently not that big of a thing on Royal Caribbean, because I've been on the Disney Halloween of the High Seas, and it was like a huge thing. Everybody was dressed up, and maybe like 4 or 5 people weren't. So I'm curious to hear if anybody else has had a similar experience. Like, did you do Royal Caribbean for their Halloween? Did you see more people dressed up? I mean, this is the month of October. I don't know. Comments below. I need to know these things. So that's it. That's a whole wrap up of the entire week. Again, solid ship. If you're looking for a classic cruise experience, come check out the Grandeur. they did a really good job on her refurbishment in 2004. Because here I am, October 2025, on an almost 30-year-old ship, and she looks great. I've seen 20-year-old ships that do not look as good as this ship. So hats off to Royal Caribbean for putting the love and the care into such an old ship and bringing her back to life. I was super impressed. I honestly didn't know what to think when I came on board, how much wear and tear I was gonna see, how much love she did or didn't get, because just because they go into dry dock and they get refurbished doesn't mean they touch everything, but they did a really good job on the ship's refurbishment. So do not be put off that she is almost 30 years old. She's a pretty good looking 30-year-old cruise ship, I must say. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment box below. I am here for you always. Again, I'm a travel agent. You can email me at mindy@where'swalterstravel.com. And I'll put all that in the description box below, along with a link to my Calendly if you'd like to reach out and have a travel talk with me about maybe booking your next adventure. And as always, guys, until the next time, shake a tail feather.